Today we are going to repair the Binatone juicer model, G800. Recently it stopped spinning and shows no signs of life. Let's grab a screwdriver and start disassembling. To disassemble the juicer, the first step is to remove all the casing that is on it. We unclip the fastening lever and remove the top protective cover. We take out the blade. It comes out with a bit of effort. We are listening. Juice collector. To remove the bottom cover, we unscrew the 4 bolts located in the legs. Here you need a Phillips screwdriver. In addition, it is necessary to unscrew 3 bolts that are star-shaped. And here the bottom cover has come off. Now we can take a look at the main components and mechanisms of this juicer. It consists of a motor with a cooling fan, 8 interference suppression rings, from the mode switch of the juicer, which, by the way, is clearly very damaged. And here basically there's nothing more. That's not possible. What could happen? Breakdown. To get to the switch we need to remove the motor, which is secured with 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. Let's unscrew them. And small ones, about 1 centimeter long. That wasn't the motor, it was the motor's protective cover. Now we can easily get to the screws for the mounting. The mountings for the mode switch. The screws for mounting the switch. Of course you can get it here. The whole frame, but one side turned out to be soldered, so I don't want to break it. There are 2 small ones. Screw, also about 8 millimeters long. Here's the core of the switch that just fell out for some reason. Let's try to assemble the whole mechanism. Here it is. One part of the switch. As you can see, it was here. In this way, with mode locking. All that remains is to sort it out and check it. Repairability. You don't have to buy a new one. Let's unplug from the circuit. Making sure to note where each contact was. 2 spring fasteners broke. Or rather, not the springs themselves, but the fasteners for the springs. So, to bypass these springs, we'll just solder directly to the contact plates. The wire leads coming from the juicer, see, from the windings. To do this we remove the contact plates like this. We're cleaning up the surface where it will connect with the future wire in this spot. Then we treat it with phosphoric acid and solder it. Make sure to melt the rosin well, trying to keep the solder from getting on other parts and interfering with the further installation of the switch. We cover phosphoric acid, the contact area, using rosin and solder. Let's tin this spot. We do the same with the second plate and the wires coming from the juicer's coils. Now, okay, 3 contacts are soldered in place of the plates that were here, like this. You can put the lid back in place. Don't mix it up. There's a notch here to show which side to put it on. And you can wrap it with electrical tape. I won't be using glue. Of course, you could glue it, but it would make disassembly difficult later on. I'm trying not to pull the wires off. Once the mixture is assembled, you can check it. It clicks without getting stuck, with 2 clicks. After that, we can start installing it into the juicer's casing. We put the switch back in place and try to screw it in with 2 screws. It's a bit awkward here, but you can use a long screwdriver. After installing the switch, even before we leave the thread, we can check how everything works together. To do this, we install juice collector in its place. Protective cover, because there's a micro switch here that won't start the motor until this lever is pushed in. The lever is not pushed in. Now we need to flip it on its side. The juicer, and we'll try to turn it on. All modes are working great. Let's not forget that there are blades here that can damage the wires, so we start it up carefully. We're after installing this guard back in place. Here, we have 2 guides that need to align with the holes on the motor. Carefully, we place it back in its spot. And you can screw it in using 3 self-tapping screws with moderate force to avoid damaging the threads of the plastic part. Installing this guard is absolutely essential, because if we forget to put it on, or do it at the wrong time, the impeller can damage all the wires nearby, and our repair will be smart. Now we just need to put the bottom back in place. Gently press it down. First from the back and then forward, and after that we tighten everything securely. The plastic thread here is weak, so we try not to over tighten the bolts and screws, which helps us avoid stripping the threads. The juicer is assembled. Now we can install all the accessories on it and proceed to the testing. We install the juice collector, then the blades. You can insert the guard. We snap the fastening lever into place. Let's turn on the main modes. As you can see, the juicer is working, and we even managed to avoid buying a new switch.